At this point, I've installed tile showers, Flexstone wall panels, and fiberglass shower surrounds. And honestly, they all have their pros and cons. In this video, I'll show you why I chose this setup for the basement bathroom and how it compares to the others. I've used all three of these systems numerous times, and so I'm going to go through where, why, and my experience with each system. So first, let's start out with tile showers. Tile showers are a high-end shower system. In my opinion, they are by far the top of the food chain when it comes to really nice showers. And I typically use those when I'm building a custom home. My last home, that was a 4,000 square foot custom barndominium, and the finishes in the house were really nice. I chose to put a tile shower in the master bathroom. That's how I've utilized that. I use it in elevated spaces. My experience with tile showers is they are very time consuming to complete. They're very expensive, and it is just a ton of work. The end result is amazing. When it comes to grout, you can get a pre-sealed grout that you never have to seal again. It works really well. But when you have to make a custom shower pan, or even if you're using a pre-made shower pan and tiling the walls, there's a lot of work that goes into it. There's waterproofing, there's setting all the tile, there's grouting all of it, there's cleanup, there's the in and out of cutting the tiles, and it just takes forever. The end result is amazing, but it is hard work and it is expensive. As far as something like Flexstone panels or similar products like that, I use that where maybe I don't want to spend as much money or time in the installation. For example, in the upstairs of this house, I use Flexstone panels. One, I didn't want to take the time to do all of the tile work. Two, it was quick, it was easy. It was moderately expensive. I think those panels were right around $1,000. So I wouldn't say it is your cheapest option, but the end result is a mid-level look, I think. And with all the different products out there, you can kind of find the look that you want with those panels. And then lastly is fiberglass surrounds. This one in particular is a shower base with 3 walls, the back wall and the 2 side panels. And I typically use these in basements or in remodels where I'm trying to get something quick and easy and affordable. For this basement bathroom, I wanted something practical, I wanted something low maintenance, and I wanted something that wasn't going to cost me an arm and a leg. And that was this fiberglass shower surround. I bought this from Menards. It was a kit. It was around $750, I think. Embarking on putting this trap in for this shower in the basement. This is the hole here that they cut out. That's the pipe that was there, and water just keeps running, I guess, out of the gravel into this hole and filling it up. I keep having to siphon it out. Perfect. Perfect. I happen to put my hand up here and I have mud on it. I got the one shower base that is cracked. Unbelievable. I got that set. I'm gonna push all this gravel back in the hole. All right, guys, so we have, like I showed you, we dug that out. I got my trap in there. All these shower bases will come with the measurement off the front wall and side wall where your up pipe needs to be. So I got that perfectly centered, nailed it, went to the store, got a replacement base for the one that was cracked. Now we have to put our drain in. Yeah, I need to measure from the top of this down to where the top of the pipe will be, and that will be 1 5/16 inches. So I need to cut this pipe down 1 5/16 inches from where it's flush with the bottom of this base. I have a tool that I can cut the inside, cut that pipe out from the inside. All right, so here is an inside pipe cutter. It's just an attachment that goes on your drill, so you can go in the pipe and cut it out. This is a really handy tool when you can't get something in level to cut. Boom. All right, we are going to test fit this. If everything is lined up tight against here, we do have these washers that have to go in between. But once we know that, then I'll get some more rock, fill this up, and then pack it down, and then I'll foam about 1 inch, seal this whole hole up. Dang near perfect. So we'll put plumber's putty around this part, and then we'll have the seals on the bottom. Taking rock out of my landscaping because I'm redoing it all. Important you test fit after everything you do. That way you know you're going to be able to line everything up. I got the insulation in. Took my time, did the best I could, notching out for all the pipes, so I feel like I did a pretty good job there. So we got our plumber's putty on here. Our drain is all lined up. Washers are lined up, so that should go in there, no problem. Plumber's putty is coming out 360 degrees around that, which is what you want. Just clean all this off. This back in here so nothing falls down there. That goes over the edge, and then the screw goes into the stud, so you don't even have to drill a hole anywhere. They're perfectly level. That thing is solid. It's got all these little round tabs. If your floor is not level, they recommend setting it in thin set. All right guys, this is not my first fiberglass shower install, but this is my honest comparison of these three options. The best appearance, in my opinion, in the most high-end finish is a tile shower. The downside of that is the cost, it is the time. You need more specialized tools. It's definitely the most labor intensive. It's definitely the most difficult. You need a really nice tile saw to do a good job. You got to carry in heavy tiles, you got to carry and mix up grout, you got to carry and mix up thin set. It's messy, and there are a lot of steps in order to do it right. Flexstone or similar products like that glue to the wall, they can glue over tile, they glue over drywall. I feel those are a good balance between appearance and install difficulty. You still have to have some tools. You got to have a saw to cut them, but usually with those products, you can use your wood cutting tools. You can use a circular saw. You can use a jigsaw. It's really not that difficult to cut. I will say there are a lot of measurements you have to take to make sure it lines up on those corners. It is a little bit higher end look than obviously a fiberglass shower. Fiberglass, that's going to be the fastest install. It's going to be the easiest option for a DIYer, and it's going to be very practical for maybe a remodel house, for a basement. Thing I would tell you is look for a surround that has some shelving built into it, because what that does is it adds rigidity to those panels. And that's where I would say that Flexstone is a little bit above these, because you're gluing it to a solid surface, so there is zero movement. Fiberglass made sense here in our basement because this is going to be my son's bathroom as well as one I will use. The bathroom upstairs in the master just isn't that big. And so this was something I could get done really quick, really cheap, and it's actually pretty rigid with all these shelves in here. So for a basement, the simplicity, the fast install, and the cheapness of it is something you might want to consider. And I would say by far this is the most DIY friendly of the three. Now that I have the shower installed, all the drywall in, sanded, painted, I can finish out this bathroom. I have the vanity sitting out here, I have the countertop, I have the sink. I do have to grab a toilet to put the outlet in, and we can put the flooring in, and this bathroom will be a wrap. So make sure you come back to check out the finished result. I'll take you from start to finish through this bathroom build, so you can see what it takes from start to finish. But as always, we appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share us with your friends, and don't stop dreaming.